to me, I'm principle driven. I'm principle driven even when I was nobody before I climb up the political ladder. I think since my early days, when I was a young engineer, young professional, because to me, I was brought up in such an environment, very difficult environment, and I was being taught with the basic fundamentals, that the basic principles, that once you compromise your principles, it is going to negate the entire purpose of you being in public office. That was the very first principle that I was reminded of, even by my late mom, my former teacher, who have been watching me and guiding me. But nonetheless, it has never been my intention to play moral police. To say that I'm playing moral police, I think that is absolutely irrelevant. In fact, last year, even before the party election, when I was asked to comment on CSL or Dr. Chua's DVD, the sex scandal. Now, what I did was merely commenting on the issue on the broad principles of morality for public office holders. But little did I expect that that had perhaps touched on his raw nerve. In fact, I didn't even want to, comment on the issue specifically, because to me, I believe in adhering to the broad principles and not going for individuals. The 5 resolutions, in fact, I must say that the first 2 resolutions are rather conspicuous, notwithstanding that some of the delegates had given me the feedback that when they first signed on the petition form for EGM, they were told that Dr. Chua merely wanted to have a comeback, wanted to be reinstated as a member, retire as a member. And he made no mention of the vote of no confidence. I mean, that was what the grassroots told me. Even last night, when I was on my campaign trail, so to speak. And the first resolution is the vote of no confidence. And the vote of no confidence, we all know that simple majority, once being carried by simple majority, then I would be left with no choice but to bow out and step down. And if anybody were to argue that I don't need to do so, and only 2/3 majority will be required to put me out, I think that by itself is a great lie. Coming to resolution number 2, reinstatement of Dr. Chua. As a matter of fact, we all know that the Presidential Council made the collective decision on 26 August by endorsing the recommendations made by the disciplinary board in expelling Dr. Chua from the party. Now, if he were to be reinstated by simple majority, it simply means that now this is going to be tantamount to casting a vote of no confidence against the entire Presidential Council. And the outcome is clear, crystal clear. The writing's on the wall. If this were to happen, then by the democratic principles, then the whole lot would have to go.
I mean the whole entire nationality.
Yeah, because collective decision is not one man's decision. I mean, I'm not forcing anybody to do so, but since you asked me this, and I think anybody who abide by the ground rules of the game in the name of democracy, now these are the unavoidable outcomes. And of course, resolution number 3, the reinstatement of CSL or Dr. Chua as the Deputy President would only be relevant if and only if he were to be reinstated as a member first. Is that right to say that? Right? Because you can't, you can't say that you can get reinstated as the Deputy President of the party if, before you can get reinstatement as a member. You see, these two are intertwined. Whereas Resolution 4 and 5, those are academic. I would say that they are making presumptions. And I don't think it's fair to make such presumptions. Never before in any EGM, would you be allowed to make presumptuous resolutions. But since I said that, I play no hardball against anybody, and when I mean business, I say that I want to facilitate the EGM, that's it. You want it that way? Okay, fine. I'm accommodative.